Hello, I'm here to warn y'all that in this video that I'm making, some of the characters I'm not gonna name them. Not because I don't know their names, I actually do know their names, but I'm not gonna name them mostly for the purpose of I feel so sad that naming them just becomes a problem, or I just don't want to call them as the show addresses them. So that's the warning. I'm not gonna name some of these characters. Okay, but you can already tell if you can guess by the way I talk, or if I approach the topic, you can tell. So and I might be missing some characters, but I just don't want this video to be too long. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell you all the characters I feel bad for. So that's probably gonna be the end of the warning for me. So let's just hop into the video. Oh gosh, please excuse the noise in this video. It's not intentional. Just please excuse it. It's not intentional. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, I guess, yeah, the camera's on. I can see that. So yeah, I'm back again. I'm back at it. And today I felt like I was feeling pretty low and sad. I just saw everything. What? Yeah, I saw everything. I'm gonna tell you guys later on. But anyways, the main topic of this video is the top 10 male fictional characters I feel bad for. Like, so terribly for that I can spend nights just pitying them. Now, let me warn this. First of all, as much as I always love including MSA in everything, because MSA has grew my love for animations, I'm not gonna include MSA in this list. Another one is, I'm not talking about these characters as though I fall in love with them. No, I don't like these characters for the purpose of falling in love with them. I like these characters because most of the times I actually love them. And some of these characters are the black sheep, other are the scapegoats, other are just full of trauma, which makes them appear more cowardly. And also, these characters do not specifically have to be the heroes. They can be also villains, helpers to villains, if you know what I mean, or just obstacle characters. You know, characters who do things that stand as an obstacle, but they're not actually evil. So, yep, let's get into the list. Now, I'm not also this is like a top 10 list, I think. I'm not ranking this top 10 list as a way of saying that the top 10, number 10 is the least one to number 1. I mean, number 5 to 1 is least pitiful, but I also pretty much the top 10s. Okay, so let's begin. The number top 10 that I feel, male character that I feel a lot bad for is going to be Angel Dust. There was a lot of reasons why I feel bad for this character. Okay? Maybe it's the fact of his working relationship with Valentino. I feel extremely sorry for him. Like, I haven't watched Husband Hotel because these people, they want me to pay to watch it? No way, I'm not doing it. But I've seen some few clips of it that just put it to get pieces together, and now I know exactly what happens. And there was a scene where I saw Charlie going to Valentino to talk to him about how Valentino's treating Angel, because you know Charlie is always that one girl who wants to try to solve problems. Unfortunately, it didn't work, and I felt entirely bad for Angel in that scene. Luckily, the song with Loser, that is one of my favorite songs from this show, yeah, it helped me to see his character in a more different light than just a funny goofball of a character. Number 9, again with Visipop's show, is Moxie. Now, I know some of you are expecting me to put Stolas and Blitz here, but I had to take Moxie. There is, in this show, there's absolutely no one who is teased or hated as much as Moxie. Only a solid 2 people care about Moxie so much that they don't insult him or about his personality, his height, his weight, his grooming attire. or even his skills, weapon skills. They don't tease him for that. And that's his mom and Millie. The rest, forget about it. There was no episode where Moxie and Millie are present where Moxie is not gonna get an insult. Or where it's a Moxie or Millie centric episode or short where Moxie is not gonna get an insult. And although some of these insults are funny, I kind of feel like it's such a running gag that it just makes it stop being funny. Like how Helivabas now going for the swearing equals funny. When you can have a show, adult show, and have funny things, say funny things without swearing. To the point that some of the jokes aren't funny. Like them bringing back the Moxie's fat joke. I really don't want it. I never laughed at that joke. That joke is not funny. It's pretty boring, stupid. I mean, look at Moxie. Does he look fat to you? His legs look so thin. I don't even know what animal's legs are like that. You want to tell me that he's fat? Have you ever seen, have you ever been to America? And you guys claim that you kill humans. You've never been to America and really seen how. I'm not trying to stereotype America though. I'm just trying to say that the Moxie is fat joke is a terrible joke. Okay, I feel extremely sorry for Moxie, especially what he has to go through. And episodes where Moxie is always like sad about something, like episode 1 season 5, season 1 episode 5, sorry, when Moxie feels like saddened because Stryker seems to like please Millie's parents, as though Millie's parents are like, you should marry our daughter instead, while Moxie's just the odd one out. But there was no Moxie episode where Moxie is sad about something, but then when he finds back his confidence, they will not tease him or joke about him, and he doesn't really smile a lot afterwards. Like, seriously. Even the episode where Moxie sees his father after, I think, like, I don't know, 2 years. Like, he hasn't seen his father, and he goes back to see his father after the episode. I wish there was a scene where Moxie and Millie, they just, in the end of Shiva, I think, adore and catch about their faces together. It was actually pretty cute. I wish there was that scene with Millie or Moxie comforting each other. Like, he's gone. You don't have to worry. Well, unfortunately, that doesn't happen, so. Why do you always have to come with music? Anyway, sorry about that. Okay, number 8. Let's continue. Number 8 goes to. You wanna know who number 8 goes to? Okay, fine. Sorry, I'm not doing these things again. Number 8 goes to Squidward. Okay, now let me tell y'all, I'm gonna be clear with you guys. The way Mr. Krabs is so greedy with money, it just makes me feel like Squidward is really underpaid. Okay, I kind of pity him because imagine having to live with nightmarish neighbors. I think a character close to Squidward is Larry from Gumball. Imagine living with nightmarish neighbors who just can't stop laughing and singing and making noise for 1 second. He's just trying to do his own thing, continuing with his art and his music, and it just keeps disturbing him. Okay? And even with his job, like, for example, when I think that, like, if SpongeBob is not there, Mr. Krabs will ask Squidward to handle the kitchen and the customers. And the way he's kind of treated, it makes me pity him. Like, all he wants is quiet and to be paid well, and he can't even get that. Like when you're a kid, you see these characters, you see the main protagonists. You always like the main protagonists, and these type of characters you don't like them. The characters that the main protagonist disturbs. But when you start growing up, you start to see that that character is actually pitiful, and that the main character is just an a-hole. So I pity him. Number 7 is okay. This might be a little controversial. Well, no, not controversial. This might be make me sound a little bit immature than I am. Maybe it's the fact that I never got over the number of celebrity voice acting that this film has. But it can't even come anywhere near as the Trolls trilogy, where it gets better as it progresses. Trolls 1 was good. Trolls World Tour was better. Trolls Band Together was the best one. The fact that this film has a lot of recognizable celebrity voice actors baffles me. Yeah, in Trolls there was Justin Timberlake, Anna Kendrick, and in Band Together there was also Trolls. There was also Gwen Stefani. Band Together there was let me see, Andrew Reynolds. Sorry. Who else was there? I guess thanks to Band Together I met, well not met, but I saw like Troye Sivan. I love his character. Well, I love Rush. Feel the rush, addicted to your touch, yo. I feel the rush. Like I'm talking celebrity voice actors. For example, I'm talking about Kelly Clarkson. I'm talking about I think Lizzo, Charlie XCX, Baby Rexa, Pitbull, Blake Shelton. Did I say Nick Jonas? I think so. I think I said Nick Jonas, right? Yeah, maybe I said Nick Jonas. Okay, now imagine all of these characters, all of these people joined together for one film. You'd be expecting the film to be anything of good quality or good. Unfortunately, the only good thing or good quality about the film is the characters who are supposed to oppose the main protagonist. The only character who is not opposed to the main main character that I like is the gibberish cat. Apart from that, all the good characters are completely bland. I guess I could say I tolerate Mandy a little bit, but they're all boring, bland, and I feel like they add nothing to this film. The only reason why this film doesn't come across as bad to me is because of the villain and the antagonist. That's why I put him in this list. Now, yeah, he's a villain, of course. And I'm not trying to condone Lou's actions as righteous or good, okay? And in some points he is a bit annoying. But you can't help sympathize with the guy. He's trapped in a world that he doesn't want to be in. Like, I don't know what century the dolls are living in, but I feel like Ugly Dolls has existed for a long time. He's basically like Monica, trapped in a simulation where he outlives others, but because of that he forms no connection with them. The difference between him and Monica, though, is that while Monica resorted to deleting her friends, Lou is trying to destroy the other world, their ticket to the other world, so that they can stay with him forever. Nice job, I guess. That's what makes him sympathetic to me. I'm not trying to condone it, but the fact that Boxy forgave the other, what's the name? The Kitty Lydia and Tuesday and the Perfect Dolls just makes me angry. Just like Lou said, they're really mindless sycophants and empty-headed. They would do anything he says without thinking twice about it. And I'm glad Nolan existed at the end, because I didn't see Nolan in most parts of the film. I can't imagine what would have happened if Moxie actually took the other threats, like tear the stuffing out of tear the blood out of him? The stuffing out of him. Let the dog have him. Give him back to the baby. I can imagine we all would be seeing a dead doll if that happened. So I'm glad Nolan was there to save the day. I'm not trying to say that Lou is a good guy or no, but he deserves a second chance. You guys gave the spy girls who can literally kidnap someone a chance. That is not fair. Who else? Number 6, I guess. And going on with a villain, but at least he turned himself in. And that's why I like him more than his sister. I will say... This is number 6, right? I would say Vanille gets the spot in this list. I'm not trying to... once again, I'm not condoning Vanille, okay? I'm not trying to say that he's a good guy. But I do... You can't help but kind of pity him at some points. With his sister who manipulates him and also treats him badly too. I feel a lot of sympathy for him, and even in the scenes where he tells her to like practice or try to talk nicely to her, she always like returns back the insults to him. Like this girl, even though it made me love Velvet, I just had to sympathize with Vanille at this point. Oh gosh, my video is getting longer. I have to make the comments short now. Number 5. Let's see. Who is number 5? Oh, I know. Now this is gonna make some of y'all be like, why is he number 5 too? Like, trust me, I have my reasons why. Tyler from Turning Red. I know. Y'all are probably upset that I put him in this list, and you're like, why are you putting him in this list? This guy doesn't deserve any chances. And that his apology, he never even apologized. I know. The reason why I put him in this list is because I can relate to his character. He didn't want the girls to know that he was a poor townie, so he probably bullied them for something that he enjoyed because he wanted to appear. Because a lot of people, especially I think at that time, during that time, believe that if a boy listens to a boy band doing something girly, then niche, so yeah. And once you love music video, that's what made me pity Tyler's character. Just like Angel does, I stopped seeing him as just a funny goofball and started seeing him as Asha. I really feel bad for you. Number 4. Let's see. Number 4 has gotta be Quasimodo? I'm sorry. Quasimodo, mostly in the books, I guess. Well, in the live action, not the Disney live action. I mean the live action Hunchback of Notre Dame, that's not from Disney. Because I heard Disney wanted to make a live action. I didn't know that. Disney, don't do it. Yeah, I feel extremely terrible for Quasimodo. In most live actions, the guy dies. And there's one live action that makes me pretty much sad. So in the end, he kills Frollo, and God is Frollo scary in that live action. He kills Frollo, but he also, like, Frollo stabs him or something, and he's at the verge of dying. He asks Esmeralda and her lover, who is not Phoebus, to ring the bells for him. They ring the bells as the screen starts to zoom into him, and he slowly starts dying. I was like, how would you end it like that? Couldn't you even make it more happy? I really felt really sad for watching that. Let's see. Number 3. Now listen, people. I don't know why I'm doing this, but number 3, this is gonna sound really, really stupid, okay? Let me first explain my history with number 3. Well, I don't actually have a history. You know, I used to like I said, I'm Afro-American, right? But I know some people who are from UK. Yeah, the world's punching bag. Yeah, I know some people who are from the UK. And that is exactly why number 2. 3 is probably gonna be in my list. I feel bad for teenagers. I feel bad for adults, but I have never felt bad for a cartoon child who is in elementary school. How did we get here? How did we get here? How did I get to the point of feeling bad for a teenager who was forced by the devil of a villain to betray his friends, if not his parents will get killed, to a child? Really? A child? Why would you have to be a kid? I was actually hoping that there wouldn't be a kid, but I couldn't stay quiet. Now I really want to thank the person who really introduced me to this show, Snipe Snap. Snipe Snap? I guess that's his channel name. I guess he should have more subscribers. No problem to me. But I'm telling you, I've never felt extremely bad. You know, I'm kind of glad that my cousins, when I travel to, is it UK? Yeah, I used to think UK and London are the same thing. When I travel to UK for holidays, I'm not telling you when, my cousins never tried to introduce me to this show, and I guess I'm happy they didn't, because if they did, I would be crying right now. You know, number 3 is just like one of my honorable mentions. Okay? So let me just stop cutting the jokes and get into it. And also, I'm not calling him that. I'm sorry, people. Nicknames are too much for me, okay? I've had the nickname Crybaby, Pushover, Loser in my young years. I'm not calling him that, okay? Especially when I found out what the word means. I'm not doing it. Because for me to do that, that'd be like calling Louise a lunatic and just sticking that to her name, which, or like Millie did in one episode. She literally ripped the U and I in Louise's name and just left it with the word lose. I'm not doing that. Okay, so. As though it's funny that all the characters have, I think it's iterations for their names. I kind of find this one annoying. Okay, so I'm not doing that. Maybe the main reason why I feel bad for number 3 is because of his parents and his mans. I also never hated a kid that much that every time I see them on screen, I feel like I'm dying on the inside. So this is a new one. We've had the record with this one. Well, thank God I never knew this show, so this is parents, especially his mom. I'm sorry. They're the worst kinds I've ever seen to grace my screen. How did you people are giving the Griffins a run for their monies? You're giving Peter and Lois Griffin a run for their monies. You're giving these terrible parents a run for their monies. How did I not even know you? I mean, I'm happy I don't even know you that much, because you guys are terrible. You guys are terrible. Yeah, you just had to hear it from me, okay? I'm just trying to pour all the winter I've been trying to hold in for 1 month on how terrible you guys are. Do you see the type of disappointments you are? I mean, no wonder they don't even give the mom a name. Just like the Wanslow's mom. I can't imagine if these two had names. They're all very similar, which, by the way, the Wanslow is in my honorable mentions. Actually, I'm gonna let you discover this show on your own. I'm not gonna try to say the name, because anytime I say the name, it'll make me pity the main protagonist even more. Like, how is he being that word when he says he doesn't even want to do stupid ballet? Like, no, but I'm just gonna stop and just move to number 2 before I lose my brain cells and start taking a knife and, well, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not crazy. Anyways, number 2 is the main reason why I love Troye Sivan, the character he voices. Yeah, I had some time. I took some time away, met the Trolls movies, and found out they weren't actually as bad as I thought. So Yeah, I normally say Branch, but I think I found someone who gives me a lot pretty more. Floyd. I don't know what to say except I love this character so much. The fact that Vo is nice to his kidnappers. He's nice to Crimp. He's nice to Veneer even. It's just so sweet. Like he's so soft-hearted and sweet that I don't know why they called him sensitive, but he makes me wish I had an older sibling to watch over me. That's to tell you how much I love his character. He's such a great character that I want an older sibling. You know what? I'm sick of being the firstborn. I want someone before me. I want an older brother right now. Yeah, but I felt extremely sorry for Floyd. I heard in the audio he was going to right after the perfect family harmony, so I'm glad they didn't actually put that. If not, I'd be crying. So, honorable mentions. I love doing honorable mentions. Let's see. I guess I can put Bob Belcher in this list for his crappy relationship with his dad. And also the fact that his dad doesn't even try to apologize to him for how he treated his son. And also how he lost his mother. It's kind of like Moxie. I guess I can put the Wonsler here. I'm not condoning what he did. It was bad. But like he felt like this compelled to please his mom, a family that wouldn't even care if he had to go missing for 2 weeks, and even his relationship with his mom is just like number 3. Let me take a few moments just to tell you what they have in common. Their moms both wear glasses. They both have yellow hair. They both wear almost the same outfit. Purple, pink, blue, purple, pink, blue. They don't even have names. Like, at least we know the dad's name. I'm not telling you what the dad's name is. But the moms don't have names. Number 3's mom doesn't have a name. Tell me what her name is. Tell me what her name is. And what else? What else? Oh yeah, they're toxic. Very abusive. They don't need to slap to tell you that they're abusive. They just need it with words. Can you imagine? I don't even know if this is supposed to be a clown or whatever, or a line. Can you imagine someone telling in a talent show telling you that he's gonna make your child disappear, and your first initial reaction, you who gave birth to the child, is bravo? Can you imagine your child leaving home and you tell him that if it doesn't work, all your ideas doesn't work out, then I wouldn't be surprised at all? Yeah, these two are definitely terrible. They were very terrible parents. Let's see. Who else is on my list here? Wait, did I say the wrong side? I think I said the wrong side. Oh god, you just wanted me to do it. Okay, fine. Out of all the characters of My Hero Academia who have the most depressing backstories, this one had to come on top. Why you? Why did it have to be you? It could have been anyone else. Pourquoi ça devait être toi, ouais? Pourquoi? Yeah, the UA trailer. Oh my god. Yesterday I just cried. I mean, I saw it since, but like, I knew it happened. But every time I see it, I feel so sad that I didn't even see the signs coming. But thank God, because the gadget fandom of My Hero Academia were killing me with Deku is the traitor, Bakugo is the traitor, Todoroki is the traitor, Uraraka is the traitor, Hagakure is the traitor. I was like, yeah, no, it has to be someone that I don't really pay attention to. And I was right, and it's sad. That's why I'm sad. I really feel terrible for myself. Anyways, oh, and yeah, did I tell you that number 3 has a really pathetic, pussy, pushable, whatever, excuse of a brother? I kind of agree, that one's a psychopath. I mean, I feel bad if you're the favorite, but most of the scenes just make me lose my oh my gosh, you're the favorite, your life must be so hard for you, sympathy, and just makes me just like, I wish you never existed. You could give Kailu a run for his money, okay? So anyways, number 1, is probably the first one. Number one is the reason why I didn't watch this film, and I feel angry because if I did, I would feel much more better. When Encanto came out, normally I would have watched it, but because of we don't talk about Bruno the cover, and I was like, come on Disney, are you guys really doing this? I said I'm not watching. Why was I so stupid? So yeah, there was Bruno Madrigal. Honestly, I don't think I need to tell you why I feel so bad for Bruno. The way his sisters, his whole family treated him, even Abuela. Like, it makes me so sad that nobody in the village, not even his family, apologized even for that song that is actually pretty good, but that song they sang about him. And he's the one who had to say, gotta apologies, I got to say. I was like, what are you apologizing for, my guy? That's my problem with most of these characters. They apologize for things that they didn't do wrong. Please stop apologizing. You didn't do anything wrong. But yeah, Bruno has to be on this list. So yeah, I guess that ends it. I might do the females the next time. Maybe. And also, I'm not doing this so that I can tell you, like, nah. I'm not fangirling over these characters. I just feel bad for them, that's all. Bye.